Good afternoon. I'd like to thank you all for coming today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adam Wilbur. I'm currently the president of the Aquinas Association. We have a couple things planned here over lunch today. To start, I'd like to introduce the current chapter president, Brother Andrew Kazanovicz.
Good afternoon. As Adam just mentioned, my name is Andrew Kazanovicz. I'm the current chapter president. I'd like to welcome everyone, especially the alumni. Today I'm here to talk about give the undergraduate report and kind of let alumni know what we've been doing in some areas where we'd like to grow. And so the agenda for my presentation can everyone hear me first of all? It's first I'm going to give a membership snapshot. So I'll talk about the number of brothers that we have, the new members, our average GPA, that sort of stuff, what we're involved in. Then I'll move to talking about the brotherhood and the three aspects, including recruitment, membership and its development, and alumni, with specific focus on recent graduates. And I'll talk about the campaign as well during that. And then I'll get into the success that we've had as a chapter over recent years, and then I can answer questions at the end. So, in terms of our snapshot, we have 34 academically successful student leaders associated with Phi Kappa Theta. 23 currently are initiated brothers. We have 11 new members here today that will be initiated later on this afternoon. So we're excited about that. The current breakdown for class structure is pretty consistent. We have 13 seniors, 13 juniors, and 8 sophomores. So the sophomore class is a little bit smaller, but with that, because of our recruitment cycle, we will be having a spring class where we can get that sophomore class up to the 10 to 15 range, as the seniors and juniors are. Additionally, we have an average GPA of 3.52, so we're very successful academically as well. In addition to that, we're a very diverse brotherhood. Of the brothers, there are 11 different majors in the house, and we're involved in over 30 organizations and clubs at WPI. And then lastly, for those that don't know, our fraternity house is actually a drive facility, and that's something that as brothers we vote on every year, and we truly believe in. It's not mandated by the Aquinas Association or our alumni board, but it's something that we vote on, as I just mentioned. So now I'll move into one aspect of brotherhood, which is recruitment. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our philosophy and how it's different than traditional fraternity recruitment, and I'll highlight some of the specifics that we do. First, I'll talk about our philosophy. So dynamic recruitment philosophy, the biggest aspect is that people join people, and that's really what dynamic recruitment philosophy teaches, and something we believe in, that you don't join an organization necessarily for the organization itself. You don't join for the Phi Kappa Theta. You join because you like the people, you're engaged by those individuals, and you learn the values of the organization through time. Additionally, dynamic recruitment really preaches that quantity drives quality. So when we recruit individuals, we start with a huge pool of candidates. 60, 70 candidates that we then funnel down into the most elite potential members that we believe would be a great fit for Kappa. And so that's something, again, that we also very much believe in. Additionally, dynamic recruitment has membership requirements, and specific to us, we have 3 main membership requirements. The first is that in order, for those that are potential members that we give bids to, they must maintain a GPA of 3.0 or higher. They must be involved in at least one on-campus organization, and they also must be in their second year in WPI. So the GPA requirement is there specifically to show dedication. First and foremost, you come to WPI for an education, and we really believe that while you're here and while you're part of Phi Kappa Theta, you should be doing well in school. Additionally, the involvement on campus, that helps promote leadership. It also helps with recruitment itself because you can network with people and get to know a lot of individuals through those organizations. And then lastly, you must be in your second year to receive a bid. We believe that as freshmen, when you come in, you need some time to transition and really get to know who you are when you're in college, and that takes time. So we don't start recruiting freshmen until second semester, and we don't actually extend bids until a term of their sophomore year. And then the last thing about dynamic recruitment is it's a values-based selection system. And specifically, we have 5 values that we look for in every candidate that we vote on to extend bids to, and those are in our mission statement. They are passion, dedication, humility, integrity, and leadership. So the actual model that we follow is a pretty simple system, and it's kind of trivial, but I do want to point out the differences between dynamic and static recruitment, which are the 2 types. Traditionally, fraternities use what is called static recruitment, but I'll talk about the dynamic recruitment model first. It's basically a 5-step process, and you meet an individual, you make them your friend, you introduce them to your friends, you introduce them to the fraternity, and then you ask them to join. And as I said, that seems kind of trivial, but in static recruitment or traditional fraternity recruitment, that starts essentially at step 3 or 4, where you would hold a rush event, for instance, at the fraternity house, and the first interaction you have with a new member would be in the presence of the fraternity. And we don't believe, and dynamic recruitment doesn't believe that's an efficient system because you don't really get to know the individuals on a personal level. And that's something that's why we believe in dynamic recruitment so much, in that you really get to know individuals before you even bring up Phi Kappa Theta or you even extend them the bid. You really get to know them as people, and that helps us with our recruitment process to get the very best of the best. Next, I'll talk about membership development. So in winter of last year, we worked on what we call the membership development outcome statement. And essentially what this is a personal and professional development statement in which we've taken part of the WPI learning outcomes and the Phi Kappa Theta national mission and strategic plan and some of our own ideas, and we've combined them into a set of 20 outcomes that we believe every graduating senior from Phi Kappa Theta should have had exposure to as an undergraduate to help them professionally and personally. They also combine our new member education and member education into one single entity. In the past, when we have new members, we educate them on the history of the chapter, how we function, our alumni board, a lot of basics, and we focus a lot when we have new members, obviously, because we want to bring them up to speed. But during that time, we would neglect regular member development, so just doing a lot of brotherhood and bonding events, that would be neglected because we'd be focusing so much on new members. And this outcome statement really helped us combine that into one single entity where we can identify an outcome that we want, and it would work for both current members and new members as well. And then it also provides our foundation for innovation, which I'll speak about next. So the most innovative program that we do is our annual Brotherhood Retreat. And this happens over fall break between A and B terms. It's a week-long break which serves as our traditional our alternative to the traditional Hell Week. We don't believe in hazing. We don't condone hazing whatsoever in Phi Kappa Theta. And so when we were refounded, we wanted something that would emulate the outcomes of the traditional Hell Week, but doing something constructive and giving back to the community. So each year we do a philanthropic project that brothers and new members are involved in, and we really get a chance to bond as a fraternity before their initiation. And as I said, it forms those strong bonds without hazing. And here are some photos for the past several years of our annual Brotherhood Retreat. Specifically, for 2 years, from 2008 and 2009, 2008 was the first year we implemented it, and we did what is called Habitat for Humanity in York, Pennsylvania. And Habitat, for those that don't know, is an organization that helps build homes for low-income families. And so we would go to York every year for like 4 to 5 days, and we'd help build homes. As you can see, the picture on the bottom left are some brothers working on the exterior of a house, painting or gutting homes. And that was very successful, but that was a lot of manual labor, the traditional 9 to 5, doing a lot of manual labor. So we wanted to try something new, but still get the same outcomes. And this past year, we were fortunate to go to Washington, D.C., and work for an organization that's called the Youth Services Opportunities Project, or YSOP. And what YSOP does is they focus more on social philanthropy. So they deal with the hungry and the homeless in Washington. And we did, over 4 days, we did 4 different programs, some of which where we work at a soup kitchen. We would load vehicles with furniture for families that couldn't afford to furnish their homes. There's an organization that would essentially give away furniture for free. We also even got the opportunity to cook for, serve, and eat with homeless people in DC. So that was a great experience, and that was something that none of the brothers really have had exposure to. And we had a lot of fun in DC. And the 2 pictures on the right, bottom right, are photos from the DC trip itself.